recap here. The last page says now put it to use. So let's read through this and then let me give you some analogies and some examples. As you converse with people, think about how they are perceiving the information. Are they taking in the information as you are presenting it, and can they follow your thought pattern? Is it basically their thought pattern? And are you giving them info based on your personality or the personality you are talking to? So if you have, let's say you want to ask the question, would you buy the car today? The drag racer, you can ask this. Let me put you on the PowerPoint here, sir. Let me put you on the hot seat. Let me put on my high pressure clothes real quick. I'm about to ask you the high pressure question. Are you ready for this question? Will you buy the car today if the price is right? Done. Tell them, though, you're going to ask them the question. Don't leave it to guess. Like, hey, would you buy the car today if the price is right? Why not just tell them, get ready. I'm about to ask the high-powered question. Would you buy this car today if the price is right? Now, for the stock car racer, same question. Would you buy the car today if the price is right? You want to talk around it. Hey, we've gone over this, we've gone over this, we've gone over this. I know you love this. We had a good time. Remember, we're laughing and joking. So let me ask you the big boy question. Here it comes. Put it all together. Are you ready for the question? Because here comes the question. I'm about to ask you the question. Are everybody listening to the question? Here's the question. Would you buy the car today if the price is right? Because I really want you to buy the car today, and I want to make it right. So would you buy the car today if the price is right? That's how you do it. You're going to ramble. You're going to go. You're going to, lots of energy. We talked. We did this. We did this. But same question. So now we go to the, let's go to the Le Mans driver. I'll just use Joe again as the name. Hey, Joe. I understand that you're probably not the on-the-spot, spur-of-the-moment decision maker. But I wouldn't be doing my job as a not on-the-spot salesperson if I didn't at least ask a salesman's question, which would simply be this. Provided the information I've given you and the unbiased stuff I've laid in front of you, is that enough to value this car and go ahead and make a buying decision today? Simple, it's easy, you've told them what you want to do, but you based it on something else besides me. All right? Besides me, I'm basing it on this. We're putting a third person in here so they can deflect to that because they want to be indirect, so they don't want to tell you no. They don't force them to lie to you. Like, oh, I can't tell the person no, that's direct. I want to be indirect. Oh, let me consider the information. Great. Was there any information that hit kind of a hot point more than any other information did? Yeah, I really like this, like this, like this. Great, now they're telling you how to close them. Now they're telling you what's important to them. So move towards that objection and say, okay, well, based on this stuff, are we good? If you don't find anything better than this, is this the right car for you? And I'm not trying to pressure you. I don't want you to make a decision today if it's not for you. I just want to make sure I'm on the right path. Then you're going to get your answer. And finally, for the Le Mans driver, Joe, we've laid everything out, and as I go over it, you love the room, you love the fuel efficiency of the car, you love the headroom, you love this, and you thought this was great. Is this enough information for you to make a well-informed decision on when you're ready to make a well-informed decision? Now, I didn't say right there on the spot, did I? But we're coming to it. So, is it enough information for you to make a decision on once you're ready? Great. Is there anything, putting on my, high pressure suit here, Joe, is there anything that I can go tell my manager that you need either information on, or you've got enough information, you just don't see that we're just not valuing it right? Basically, is there something I could do today that would make you feel comfortable in doing this, making this decision? Then you're going to get your answer. So there's 4 different ways to ask somebody to buy a car today. But if you've been asking the customer to buy the car the exact same way based on your winning $1 million smile, or you're scared to death, I can't stand somebody to leave and I'm just begging for a Mini, whatever you've done, it's 75% wrong because you've been doing it in your 25% representation of the personalities, where there's 75% not out there. And you think about your closing average for a second. Are you about a 25% closer? Guess who you've been talking to? Only the people that you can communicate with because they listen to you and your personality. You want to become a 100% closer? Is it possible? Oh yeah, it is. It's very possible. I've never met anybody that I can't walk into and communicate to right off the bat and get them to move a little bit. So here's some fun things to go do. If you know you've got a drag racer, why not you walk around and try to find some? Look in some desk. If you came in and looked at my desk, you're going to see stuff all over the place. Nothing's in a straight pile. Things are kind of mixed up a little bit. I know where everything is, but no one else would. If you pull open my drawers, you wouldn't find complete neatness. You'd find a file system, but it'd be my file system. So go around and try to find some people like that. Go and identify them. Look on their desktop real quick. Look at how they're dressed. You know, is everything perfect in the way they dress? Is it all linear? Are there stripes lined up perfectly? Is everything, you know, exactly predictable? If not, they're probably one of the first two personalities. So go find one of those persons. Go find a stock car racer. Identify somebody. When they come in, they talk to everybody. They ask everybody how their day is. They ask everybody what they did last night. They ask everybody if they found the best coupon. If they found a pizza coupon, they're telling everybody about the pizza coupon. Go find some of those people and identify them. Find your Le Mans drivers. Find those people out there. Find the people that are going to be the very predictable, slow, indirect people. Who do you think in the dealership would have more of that personality? Would it be a salesperson? Would it be parts? Would it be a service advisor? Would it be who? The cashier? So probably parts is a very indirect person. They're structured. They know where things are. They prefer to be indirect. They don't put a high pressure pitch on, and they also probably are more like the Le Mans driver that are very structured. So who in the dealership is very, very structured? Who walk around and look at who does have all their paperwork exactly right? Who does have all 90-degree angles everywhere? So if I find somebody with 90-degree angles on all of their desk, right, their stapler's lined up and it's a 90-degree, you know, it's lined up perfectly with some paperwork and everything's exactly right, the first thing I do is I'll walk in and say, hey, I bet your sock drawer is perfect. Like, how'd you know? Like, take your money, let me see where you keep your money. And their money's going to be all lined up perfectly. Whereas as somebody like me, I'll have a 5, then a 1, then a 20, then a 10, then a 2. Not these people. They're going to have 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, whatever they have. That's the way it's going to be. If you look behind me on my desk, let me move this way. You can see those paperwork over my right shoulder. It's just sitting there, not put away. I didn't even put away for this video because it didn't matter to me because I'm a drag racer. So I'm just doing my thing. You've got to understand that there are all kinds of people out there. Best thing to do, identify who you are. Then, why don't you identify who your wife is so you learn how to speak to her correctly? And your kids, why don't you learn who they are? Why don't you take the time to explain this to everybody so that your whole family can start talking to each other in a more artful, clear way? And if you can improve communication with your family, you've probably done yourself a world of good already. And then figure out who your boss is, how to communicate to them correctly. Why don't you figure out who everybody is and get to where you can identify this stuff right off the bat, so that when the first minute you should be able to tell somebody whether they are what their main personality is. I walk in and have fun with people all the time. I see structured people, the Le Mans driver people, and the first thing I'll do is question them about their soccer, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's perfect." Like, I bet you color code your closet. Like, how did you know? Like, how did I not know? That's who you are. That's what you like to do. So have some fun with this. Grow. But again, what are my main points have been? Understand it. Practice it. Be 100% honest in the way you're presenting your questions. I'm about to ask you to buy a car, so get ready for that. Hey, would you buy the car? Tell people this kind of stuff. But more importantly than anything, own the information. And be the best salesperson you can absolutely be. All right. Good luck with